than they did in game 1 at the least. So I'm keen on seeing them kind of draw some blood themselves, you know, get aggressive, line up, use Stoikov as a launching point on the Ember once he does have his early timings up, and see how much Adit can do on that Darkseer, because that's where both of our question marks are coming from. Like, this Darkseer Mirana lane just doesn't sound as scary as, say, Darkseer Clockwork, Darkseer Nyx, and they picked a snap, but ends up going on a 5, so I don't know, like, a lot of that bite to pressure Chrysalis just feels like it's gone.
Yeah, I guess one thing I did ask for a cube hero, and he is a Grandmaster Mirana, so I guess this is as QP as it gets, but yeah, it's not melee, so we'll see how this lane ends up going, and we'll see how they're able to play the game on this Darkseer. I mean, the illusions are still very, very strong this game, right? You're playing against a TV, so they will always be pretty damn good. Beastmaster as well, you know, stealing that inner beast aura for your TV illusions. It's pretty cool. You got a lot of options with the Wall of Replica and the normal punch if you ever decide to get that. Meanwhile, a bit of kerfuffling over runes, and it is going to be Secret actually grabbed themselves 3 runes in the minute 0.
Nice little start for them. I feel pretty good just having that extra gold. I'm wondering if we see more plays onto the gates, because I do feel like, again, the supports on Ivy can kind of utilize those gates really well, especially Coop. I think that's the one factor you do have with the Mirana. Sure, pairing with the Darkseer lane isn't particularly amazing, but you get level 2 or 3, go into the gate, go down south, try to get an angle onto the side of Secret, and that's where things could get spicy with the Cookie Stun follow-up.
Yeah, that's a really good point, actually. I hadn't thought about that, but Darkseer being a hero is very good at being left alone, shoves the lane in. That information is something which Coop can really do a lot with, so yeah, we'll see if they're able to abuse that. That'd be really nice. Definitely a way you can make this work. So, mid lane this time around is going to be Armel versus Joykov once again, with the Death Prophet this time though on Armel versus the Ember Spirit. Typically, this is a fairly decent matchup for the Death Prophet. We do expect her to get a bit of an advantage in the lane, probably not landing any kills or anything like that, but definitely going to make Stoikov suffer.
Yeah, it's still not the easiest time for the Ember. There's some outplay potential, but it's just way easier for the Death Prophet to plant herself in that lane, Spirit Siphon down when under threat, clear out the creep wave, just maintain that even farm. Maybe if you get a support rotation out, again, all down to Coop if you can move into Mirana. That's where activity can happen once you have the arrow up. But mid rotations just feel a lot more awkward because of the gates. Like, it's so much easier to go to the side lanes for you. Like, switching lanes is so much easier than running mid.
Yeah. Yeah, it definitely is. I mean, you can kind of view them as like one big lane, or one lane with like a kind of little tunnel between them, something like that, because that's essentially what it is. You've got the option of just kind of popping in and saying hello. Very, very strong. Shy being thrown back into the creeps down at bottom, but not a big deal. Just taking a bit of harass from Boom and Yamich. As the trading, it's pretty roundless, but I do think Drow wins this lane pretty easily. Just gotta be careful.
It's a lot easier. Easy to manage. The axes on Boom can give him some wave clear and some harassment back, but can't really run up and shove the Drow away. Yamich can at least trade blows with JMV a little bit. Like, it's not the safest time for the snap to be this far forward either.
I've been using the blood grenade there just to throw a little bit of extra damage onto Vincento. It hurts. It hurts. Our blood grenade is a cool item. Meanwhile, up in the top lane, Ado taking some heavy hits from Puppy on the silencer. Just really cooking him up with that arcane curse and last word combination.
Yeah, it's just all the slows you can dish out, right? Like, just having Reflection plus Arcane Curse is already enough to kind of make this painful. Also makes it harder for Ade to just keep spamming out his spell. It's down to his last Mango. Well, at least has a Healing Lotus to kind of help out in getting another use of his Iron Shell, but you're not stopping Chrysalis. Again, you don't have this threatening 5 that can run up, make it so that the Terrorblade is just forced away. The Creep Wave is still burning him down with a shell, but he's not stopping this farm.
Yeah, meanwhile, in the bottom lane, it was Ivy who got their hands on the Lotus there as well. So 2 Lotuses gained, which is actually a pretty big deal in these side lanes. You know, not game-changing, but certainly a very nice little extra thing just to have. you know, it's more mana than a Mango, and health as well to match as down in the bottom lane. Boom's getting run down. Zando, can they finish the job? Oh, they don't quite land it with multi-shot, but they will land it with the right clicks from Jim. So that's going to be one kill going their way, and now Yamich might be the second. The Drow going to work here. The right click comes through, and they will finish the job. Jim and Santo just baiting them in very, very nicely on the Snapfire. And now, 2 kills up on the side of Ivy. This is a much better start, as the Snapfire just going to go and feed under the tower to make sure he can reset his health and mana and still be effective in being a body for the Drow to play around.
Well, too bad.
And again, it's just the greatness of that Drow pick. It's a really nasty lane for the DP. It's not that good for the Beastmaster as well. So you get a lot of value in this lane. You're finding an angle to be aggressive. And they're getting the strong launching point for Zani to farm up. Like, this Drow timing with a shard is pretty terrifying. Like, that Glacier is actually really damn strong.
Oh,
It
yeah,
allows you to farm
Glacier.
so much faster, too. And, like, it's such early tempo for the Drow.
Yeah. Have you
It's
seen the
kind of
Glacier in
ridiculous.
action yet?
I have. Like, not in a
It's
pro
so
game,
pretty.
but I've experienced it in my pubs. It's a bit silly.
I like it.
It kind of throws me
No.
off. I'm like, alright, that's fun.
I like it. I like it. It's a pretty little mark on the ground. I do kind of wish it was like a little, like, I don't know, like a little stand maybe. Like you could actually see it being raised up, but alas, you know, we make do. And look at Puppy just trying to body away 2 heroes here, and might well succeed in doing so. Cute turns around with a blood grenade, but that's going to seal his fate. And now Ade trying to fight up into Puppy here as well, but Chrysalis is going to join in. He's going to try and help out as captain here. Can he get the kill? Yes, he can, but what's it going to cost him? Ade needs to leave. He doesn't have the surge anymore. How fast is this Terrorblade? The answer is just fast enough to get off 1 more right click, but not fast enough to get off 2, and certainly not fast enough to get off 3, so Ade will survive.
Yeah. Drags Crystallis away from the farm just a little bit, but again, the Terrorblade's not being shoved out of lane. They're finding some opportunities to punish supports, but you're forced to go for a reset. It's more space for the Terrorblade to just keep farming up. Crystallis is going to have a decent enough ride into his initial itemization. And Secret are actually just gathering mid. They see the Exorcism up on Armel, they go in. There's no rotations early on for that arrow chains combination. Coop doesn't even have the arrow leveled up. They have to stop this. The rune's also on the opposite side. So no way for Stoikov to just have a good run up here as well with a power rune with a haste on hand.
Yeah, this is a little tricky. Yamich with the haste around by Stoikov here. Armel's on top of him as well. No points in silence, but no level 6 on Stoikov, so it's just not required. And, well, they won't have enough damage to chase him down under the tier 2, but they will have enough to chase him away and make sure they get this tower. Everybody going for the last hit, and Puppy's the one who gets it. Middle tower gone at 6 minutes into the game. Armel really laying the smackdown on Stoikov. It's kind of like, which lane is going to go better? Death Prophet's lane or Drow's lane? I think that's what this game comes down to, you know.
It does feel that way. I'd say, despite losing the mid-tier one early, Ivy's still kind of set with Zani to have this farm. I say that you don't want to leave the Drow too long, which is one thing you have to worry about. Boom is still getting solo XP. Once he gets War, it's a pretty clear kill opportunity for him to just chase. And he's kind of self-sustainable now. He is going back to the Ags, by the way. So, no wars, no shenanigans
in the
into
middle
the
lane.
Ags.
He wants his 6 so badly, and he's not going to find it. Armel under the tier 2 tower gets a huge pick off onto the beast, onto the Ember Spirit here. And that is big. That is very, very important. Now, Armel's gone from beating down mid to absolutely slapping down mid. 2 games in a row.
That kind of takes away what I said about the stronger start for Zani. Like,
Yeah.
you are getting a little bit too much going on. Armel, his mech is almost done. He's got the sustain for the front line. Stoikov cannot play. He doesn't have chains. Like, they're not even trying to go for an opportunity to chains arrow. They're just trying to recover on Stoikov. True farm, with Flame Guard being prioritized. And, I don't know, like, you miss out early kills. You don't have this play you can get off with your support and core for at least 2 more levels. It's not a good feeling, because you just want to play fast this patch, early kills.
Yep, and whilst we're talking about like these mid lane and this bottom lane, they up at top is going to get run down by Chrysalis, and it looks like Cube might be heading the same way as well. Metamorphosis is out, Silence is in, and Chrysalis gets himself a double kill. Oh no. I was just about to say, we're ignoring the top lane where this Dark Tier is getting absolutely handled. and then he gets absolutely handled some more. So thanks for illustrating my point there, Chrysalis and Puppy. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's, again, what do you expect from a Mirana Darkseer? You can't run up, and Mirana can't tank through the hits in a dive. The Iron Shell. It's kind of disconnected. Like, it feels like they picked the snap just wanting an all-around support. Chrysalis just casually sunders as well. Stay alive, drop the HP on Ade after his reset back into the lane.
Yo, look at this from Puppy. Look at this rotation. Johnny's going for the TP out the raw. It doesn't come in time. Jim is going to sit on the cliff, but unfortunately he's going to die on the cliff as well. See you later, buddy. Nice rotation in from Armel. Puppy joining in with the using the portal there as well to get involved in this action.
Yeah. They just kind of handle down bot now. I mean, you are already in the jungle here for Sani, so you're relatively safe. You're trying to build up. Your farming pace is a little bit better than PA pre-Battle Fury, so you can kind of hit some early timing still, but the map is shrinking. With mid and bot taken, your bot jungle's completely open. You have a pretty decent Ags timing lined up here for Boom coming out of the laning phase. So
he saw what his mid laner did last
about.
game and was like, yeah, I want to do that. Puppy's going to be like,
fun.
hey, Boom, where's our timing with the Overlord coming on? He's like, yeah, it's delayed a little bit. Don't worry about it,
Yeah.
Puppy.
It's going to be delayed by a lot, but it's going to be worth it when you get into these fights. And he probably wants the Blink next. I think once you have the Blink Roar, you don't have any worries about the Drow kind of getting too much in backside. So that's the real time you're just going to wait for. Blink Ags. Armel just clearing out the jungle here as well. They do have vision out from Ivy, so they are aware where Secret's camping. They're playing on the opposite side of the map, pressuring top, taking their triangle at least. But you have a 5k lead for Secret at 10 minutes. This is substantial with a 3-6 in the scoreline. It just feels like when you get a kill advantage, this is what you see by 10, by 15, by 20. And this kind of lead just holds if you're not careful.
Yeah, definitely. Oh my god, okay. Well, there goes the Darkseer in the top lane. Tries to drop the first wall onto Chrysalis there, but does get a lot of damage out onto the TB, but ultimately can't do enough. And yeah, Miss Rich is going to walk away from this one as well. Farm up a camp, then leave. Going to use Puppy as his permanent source of HP. Puppy's got no problems walking around on 500 HP, if that means his carry can thrive, because that's the kind of guy he is. Meanwhile, a little bit of stack farming going on elsewhere on the map on Boom. Some little sub-screen there. Are they still hanging around here at top? I'm not sure this is the place you want to be, my friend. Lift up, throw back, taken on down. Kisses going to come over the top as well, but the Global Silence is just going to cancel that one out. Puppy has no time for your kisses, sir. Now, Ivy pushing forwards. They want to try and find themselves a target, but Armel, he's just moving into that awkward place in the river, the dead end, as they call it. And now pops out on him and it comes out the other side. They have killed off Puppy, but what are they going to get for it? Stoikov trying to back himself away, staying away from the Death Prophet. Arrow connects onto Armel, as there are just being arrows fired everywhere. By the Mirana, by the Drow, now by the Rubik. Let's go completely awry though. This cube leaves down to the low ground. I think that's going to be that. So not the most effectual usage of effectism, has to be said. Maybe not what you'd like to see from Armel.
It's not leading into push, not leading into a kill. Kind of slows them down a bit. A good move from Ivy to put some pressure onto Secret. They don't find a big kill themselves, but a kill's a kill. And that's what counts in the early game. You find a pick off for yourself. Duel of the arrows there.
Yep, nobody wins. Nobody wins the arrow duel.
Yeah, just a couple of whiffs. Still, the big thing Secret's getting in exchange, sure, Crystal is slowing down a bit, but Boom has a ton of free space to farm the Ags 2 parts away. Pretty much just 1 part away in terms of gold now. So the Ags timing's lining up. The drums will be banged once more. And that is a scary prospect to have to deal with.
Yep, they're going to hear those drums. They're going to have Vietnam War style flashbacks to last game. Eyes glaze
just don't have
over.
the Stampede to charge with.
Yeah.
No charge with the drums, so it's not as much of a run in there and bang the drums and kill them all, but yeah, it's still there. Yamich.
He wants to go for the lift and arrow combo, but it's kind of difficult against the Mirana, so keep back towards the lane. Fable out, just make sure they keep that 2-1 tower nice and healthy. And Ivy, what does their playmaking look like at the moment? You know, what can they do? What can they pull off?
Chain's arrow. go for the pick-off play. Maybe even have the kisses ready as backup just in case you don't have enough output on Stoikov just yet. And that's kind of what you can do. You can run and gun with a Moonlight Shadow as well. Crystallis is farming fairly forward. He might have seen his illusion be blocked, but I don't think he did.
Yeah, that'd be pretty unacceptable. The puppy is literally babysitting him. There's a very, very caring father puppy. Won't let his son be left alone for too long. Maybe a bit of a helicopter parent though.
Yeah. Not that you mind too much in Crystallis. Gives you exactly what you need. And that
Cube.
timing's still lining up
The
here.
thief. Cube goes in, takes the 14-minute wisdom rune away from the side of Secret. And arrow off the mark as well. But Yavish says, can I have my arrow back, please? I'd like to refresh that timing if you wouldn't mind. Thank you. Finds a little place to go for the TP out. There's a lift available. Yamich, he's going to make him work for this. Cube. He's kind of out of options. He's got a wand, but you're up now. And Puppy says, thank you very much. Good job, position 4. Thank you for bringing me a kill. You will not be kicked this season.
Yeah. You know what I'm enjoying? The Pavis does look like it belongs to Silencer, and Puppy does have one.
Yep.
So it fits the hero, fits the lore somewhat.
True, you're right. It matches his shield. All matchy-matchy.
Yeah. Very nice. And this is very nice now too. The drums are up.
Hooray!
Let's go, boom.
Let's go. Movement across to the other side of the map, and... Are they just... Okay, I thought they were just going to run into Roche with that one, but I think they want the top 2 on tower. Shani, gotta be careful. I'm not sure he's got a read on this one. There hasn't really been much in the way of smoke gangs coming out, so he's not quite ready. Oh, the lift back was not successful for Yamich, though, so the arrow doesn't connect. Or maybe just trying to get a bit greedy there. Trying to make it connect for as long a distance as possible, but let's give Johnny a chance to get away. But now, the rest of the team, they're taking the bridge. Look at them. Oh, the boar on the bridge. It's Hakuna Matata. Anyway, Johnny gonna get roared up here. Nope, the science comes out. The team needs to get across here. Hurricane Pike has been using Ivy, are in the neighborhood, so they can defend their drow. Oh, a bit of misplays there from Secret. Firstly, trying to get the initial lift out onto the drow didn't work out, and then trying to get the roar. The Beastmaster really should have been going first there, but alas.
Yeah, you miss out on the opportunity. You force out a response from Ivy, dragging a lot of heroes up top. So you're freeing up space for Crystallis to find his free farm, for Armel to work onto his BKB. And you're still in a position for the push anyway, even if you don't find that kill.
Oh, cute. Gonna get brought down here. Wow, okay, the roar comes out as well, just to make sure they absolutely get this kill. But now Johnny can feel very safe because there's no roar available, so... Once that roar's gone, it's pretty much just the Rubik lockdown you need to be concerned about here on the Drow. Otherwise, your Hurricane Pike should get you out of most situations. Yamich with the leap, just getting up the hill. I love these bridges.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. They're fun little choke points. Kind of weird to have a dead end in lane, but you know, it's fine. I appreciate that. The tier 1 is still the point of contention here. And you are still in a position for Boom to sort of force the issue. Like a minute to wait for the roar, not the biggest deal in the world. They still have the ward kind of standing, giving good outlook on this area of the map as well. Sani has taken the wise decision to move away from there, just farm up elsewhere, work onto his Yasha into the Manta. And the Drow timings are still lined up pretty well, but the other cores are hurting. Stoikov and Ade just not having the greatest games. And we expected more from Ember Mirana, but it's just not lining up for Ivy. They just haven't played with it.
Meanwhile, in Roshan's Pit of Doom, Secret, they are taking the big boy down, and so far, there has been no response from the side of Ivy, and I don't believe there will be. Too hard to approach it right now, and that's going to be an Aegis into the hands, the demonic hands of Chrysalis on the Terrorblade. Now, he is even more of a monster. I mean, I would have maybe liked to see this on the Beastmaster. I don't know. I just want to see him go ham. I just want to see him run in and hit people. And, you know, Chrysalis, he's a transformation hero, as is the DP, so they don't need it.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's a lot of value for a Beastmaster to have that secondary life. To be fair, maybe it's a question of whether or not he even drops the first life. Because if you think about it, where Beastmaster shines right now, where he feels busted, is against illusion heroes like PL, maybe to an extent the Naga, up against the Darkseer. I mean, if you just somehow decide to give a lot of illusions out, then Boom just lifesteals like a madman anyway, with max drums. So
Yeah,
he probably
that's true.
won't die.
Yeah, that's going to be a major issue. And of course, Aegis on the Terrorblade does mean that he can just kind of farm away in dangerous spots of the map without his team anywhere nearby. Definitely frees up Secret to play a much looser game. And that's why Aegis can be a really big tool for just maximizing your net worth income. That's right, Aegis is a farming item.
It tends to be. Like, first Aegis, I think, has kind of gone that way, even in the last patch. Especially in the last patch, actually.
Yeah.
It's just kind of farming, maybe securing a tier 2. It's not too far off the norm. You do have Stoikov with his Yules, so you can kind of play aggressive, save himself from the silence, go in and out a little bit better. We need to see Ivy take some risks now. We need to see them take some fights, because they are not farming their way back into this game. They are 7k behind, and it's only Drow again finding that farm.
Boom, roar out onto the Ember Spirit, and can they bring him down in time is the question. He's got the Yules to be able to take the silence off him, and that's going to give him the time he needs to get away on. I'll try to silence him up as well, but it's a little bit off the mark as he comes down from that Yules. Meanwhile, Shiny joining in the fight. He needs to get away from the Drow Ranger, though, and away from the Death Prophet, sorry, but is able to do exactly that. Is Nintendo does drop over in the hard camp, so Secret, they will hold the area. No big kills for the side of Secret, but also just forcing back Ivy from this critical area of the map. And now they can mount the offensive onto this tier 2 tower. In fact, they've got the silence once again. Ember, he has got the Yules, should he want to use it, but he's holding off. He knows how important it is to use that correctly, because there is so much threat on the board for him. And he's actually gone around the back to try and find this kill onto Puppy, but Puppy with a device is going to be able to stay alive a little bit longer. It's going to be enough, though. There's an Ember Spirit. He's holding on to the Yules for so damn long. Arrow, actually scrolling on past there, and they finally find the kill onto Puppy, but meanwhile Cube just gets absolutely blasted on the front lines here. Drow still trying to fight up into this, but no, she can't get too close to anybody really. Pyke is off cooldown, so a little bit of freedom to just kind of poke and prod again, but can't commit too hard. A very strategic fight being taken for both these teams here, and it has to be said, Ivy, they're sort of matching the pace here, but I don't know, are they? Just as I say that, Ada gets caught out, and now things looking a little bit worse for the side of Ivy.
The Yules coming out from Stoikov has been highly disruptive. It's just that the follow-through, it's not the neatest. They get the arrow this time.
Yeah, they do, and Stoikov will fall. That's another really big kill. Well, and that's the thing, right? Secret, yeah, in the main fight, you know, when everyone's playing like 100%, then they do go toe-to-toe. But the moment the fight drops and Ivy's concentration drops, you know, the lack of experience, the lack of captainship comes through. They don't keep it sharp, and they end up just dropping 2 really important kills for, you know, not a whole lot of reason, has to be said.
It's a little bit interesting that they still decide to stay that close and try to contest the tier 2. They've got vision on this cliff spot, so they must have known that people are still hanging around near that area while the tower is being taken, and they get punished. Secret still in a strong position. If you saw Boom in that last fight, like, he was so close to dying. I think he got one bang of the drum off with the wall of replicate illusions, and he healed up. It's like, all right, that's cool. This is why Beastmaster is an illusion counter hero now.
Yep.
That's so weird.
Yeah, it's an interesting one. We're still getting used to it. It's like Leshrac, but more drummy, more percussion Leshrac.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, get that
But
great Healing Lotus.
Yeah, it's so weird. It's like a Leshrac, but he just needs Ags, and then he has a creep army with him. You lose out on maybe more magic damage on hand with, say, Axis versus literally any Leshrac spell, but it still works out.
Well, Cube is going to be able to grab himself the shard, but might immediately find himself in a spot of bother. Yamich going to steal the leap away to just keep on chasing Cube here. Cube, one more leap available. Just turn around and try to bring down Yamich, but it's not going to happen. Yamich gets the kill, and Cube going to die. Team are coming in, though. Ivy, they want to see if there's any opportunities for themselves here. The answer does seem to be no, though. Secret are in way too of a defensive position. Ivy cannot afford to penetrate that deep.
Can't quite take that risk. They're still trying, though. Sonny's just gonna sneak around. Doesn't get spotted out at the least. But if they run up at this time, I mean, Roar's ready on Boom. It doesn't feel like a good time to go in, and his BKB's flying out now as well.
Yeah, meanwhile, Chrysalis and Puppy are going to take the Tormentor, and Puppy's going to be able to get himself an Aghanim Shark now, so that's probably completely useless, I'm going to say.
Yeah, at the least he gets the bonus instolen, right? If he does start to hang around for these kills. So, that's something.
Yeah, yeah.
More
that's
in, less mana, less spells to cast for the side of Ivy. Feels pretty nice if it does stack up.
Alright, come on, get the full hits off. Oh, close.
No. Actually, if he's around a Beastmaster of Boomstare with his aura, then it's actually a little bit easier, right?
Perhaps a possibility. Alright, keep an eye on it. One guy in Twitch chat needs to keep an eye on that, please. And report back to us if Puppy's ever able to silence anyone with the Glades of Wisdom.
Oh?
This is a big kill. Yeah, I'm going to be able to find Stoikov here. Secret with a 3-man rotation in, just trying to catch out these heroes, which Puppy scouted initially with his body. And that's another death for Stoikov. One, he's really starting to just not find any ways back into the game. Like, yeah, the Yours allows him to play the team fights reasonably okay, but he also doesn't really offer in the way of damage. He didn't even go for a Maelstrom, so yeah, his game impact is yet to be seen, I would say. But lands onto Yanich doesn't really mean a whole lot.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Yeah, they stop the Rubik from going for a bit of reset, but that does mean the Rubik gets to hang around for this next fight at least. Oh.
Well, Golden Silence comes down here as Puppy tries to retreat, and they'll cancel out the Mortimer's Kisses once again, so Vincento and Puppy just check. Oh, nice arrow! Holy moly, that's a big connection, but Chrysalis!
Ooh.
Oh, Dad, get out of there, Father. I'll save you.
Yeah,
But,
defensive Sunder. They just don't want to feed any kills. And any pickoff is big. Ivy gonna force this out. They don't manage to run up.
Yep, not able to chase anybody down, and yeah, it's pretty spicy from Secret, keeping everybody alive, getting out okay, but still a 13k gold advantage. You know, kind of expect them to be able to kind of turn these fights around a little more, but it's slowed down a bit from them. But they're still getting in the money. They're still just waiting for this Terrorblade to be the Giga carry of the game, which I think we're all expecting him to be. Oh no, I'm just going to be forced to BKB TP. See you later, nerds.
And pierce through that one. And with a 13k lead, I mean, it's still solidly in Secret's ballpark. Ivy still has play, but we just haven't seen that pickoff. Secret just so disciplined to take these retreats, as they understand. They know they can't afford to bleed out too hard. DD up on Crystallis now. Roche still a ways off. Not going to be able to go into the Roshan off the back foot, but they might be able to force a fight.
Yeah, let's see. Secret on the hunt. Puppy once again leading in charge. He really likes going first here, sorry. Oh, Stoikov has been seen. They're going to try and grab him here. Sorovin with the lift, and that just was a little bit slow coming out from the Ember Spirit, unfortunately. Not able to jump himself away. Did have the Remnant down, but just wasn't able to jump away. Maybe wasn't expecting the whole team to be just smoked up on that high ground there.
Yeah, I don't think he might have not seen them at nighttime vision. I believe they sent up the Hawk there. They just managed to get enough to get their spells used before any reaction could come in. So another big kill. Another objective to take as they invade the triangle as well. And the map space for Ivy is just shrinking. They still hold on to their tier 1 top, which again is surprising. That Secret never committed for it, but they should be able to do so now.
Yeah, no, this is the part of the map I'm expecting teams to play more, but Secret, they don't seem to care about it at all. Puppy has different ideas as we move over towards the bridge, as poor old Vincento trying to get himself away from this one, trying to just steal some Lotuses before he goes down. Get him, King. Oh yeah, get that precious cargo. Oh, Puppy actually grabbed one back, I think. He's like, hell no, you're not stealing our Lotuses. Oh, delicious healing Lotus. Does have at least one great healing Lotus. You know, you feel pretty good. You don't have enough to make that good old block of cheese. It takes too much time. I believe it's 40 minutes worth of Lotuses going your way, at least on your side of the map. So it's... I don't think it's feasible, Nomad, unfortunately, in a pro game. You'll see it one day, buddy, I'm sure. We'll get to cast a 70-minute game in the tiebreakers, and we'll see it then. I promise. As Armel jumping forward onto the Drow Ranger here. Roar is out as well. The 4 staffs away, but what more can they do to get their Drow out of there? The Darkseer can't do anything because he's all silenced up, so just going to have to surge himself, get his way to the high ground. Will Ghost be able to finish the job? The right click coming in as well. Oh, they just about gets away, but still, the Drow is dead, and that is the headline at the moment. The one hero they've got which can kind of take these fights, make them strong. Duffy comes in with the buys. Is it going to be enough? Global Signs coming down as well. Boom, turning around the drums. Are they going to heal him up enough? That is a question, and the answer seems to be yes for the time being. And the Spirit, can he finish the job? Oh, it's so close, but Boom's going to survive through it all. And they kill off the supports on the side of Ivy as well. Chrysalis, the big man, just smashing away at that high ground right now.
Yeah, just rushing in. They've got the output. Boom again, just getting enough healing to survive through the onslaught. Oh, the drums have slopped. Too much. And they don't have a creep wave just yet. Backdoor kicks in, but it's going to be off fairly soon. No back wall to play with for the defense. And not enough defense on Zani to really feel safe in this fight as well. So Secret. And this is them without the Exo, being able to clear that out just with a Metamorphosis on Chrysalis. 1 rack's down already.
Yeah, I kind of feel like Ivy needs to go and play the game right now. They need to get out and get something done. Metamorphosis on cooldown. We've got a little bit left on Exorcism as well, still a minute, so you have a window, and they see that as well. They smoke up immediately. They recognize their timing, and they're going to try and make use of it. Who are they going for, though? Looks like Armel's going to be the target. BKB still available on this Death Prophet, by the way, so a very hard kill for them to go for if they do find the Death Prophet.
It's so difficult with the vision they have on the map from Ivy. They don't have that much to go off of. They only have this one ward in Cliff a while ago that they had. Will you already get this Obs ward here? They'll try to sneak a Roche.
Yeah, Ivy are in the pit right now. This is big. I'm not sure they're ready for this on the side of Secret. I mean, I'm not even sure even if they do know about this, when they could actually come and fight, honestly. It's no meta, it's no Exo, so Ivy will take themselves a Roshan. Pretty big deal here. It just
you just have to be really careful.
Really good timing. Yeah, smoke up. They've actually been able to find Puppy. Puppy might just get brought down. In comes the Exodus, but the wall is out of the backlines as well. Chrysalis, BKB just turning it up in the melee form. Roar is out onto Stoikov as well. 2 heroes just popped immediately, and they were both claws as well. Not even like they were little boys as Shani. Oh no, might be the next one on the hit list. Where is the team? Where is the support? It's just not there. No one is in the vicinity, and it's just going to be another back-to-back death from Shani. So, cute play to try and give them a chance to get back into the game, but unfortunately, their hopes are immediately quashed by the side of Secret, and now they come running up the high ground once again. A wave of creeps to follow. This might be it as Cube gets brought down. Elsewhere on the map. Second lane of Barracks going to go the way of Secret. They have looked cool, they have looked calm, they have looked clean in this series, and Ivy have not been able to do much about it.
I mean, it's a brave play from Ivy to go for the Roche, but to seek a fight right after, it felt a little bit optimistic. Maybe they weren't expecting everything to be clumped up, or information on maps just not that big, and they still have Metamorphosis on Secret here.
Yep, pop it again. Look for the Megas. Global Science comes down. He is available on the Ember Spirit, so he's able to at least keep himself alive a little bit longer. That's an arrow which somehow connects onto Armel here. Armel's low. BKB's out, but he is going to die, but they will get the kill onto Armel at the same time. And now, well, Chrysalis, he's he's going to die. He's trying to stand his ground, but he just can't. And now Cube can take down Boom as well. There is a little bit of hope for Ivy right now. It is little, but it is there.
They're holding on to their last set of racks really well. Secret just not respecting the output, playing a little bit too far forward, and they do get crushed for it. Really good punishment coming out from Ivy. Not enough to fully turn the tides, but they can use this opportunity now to at least get some vision out. They can get these ganks going their way, take a couple more fights like this, kind of split up from the side of Secret. And that's where their lineup can really start to shine.
And full credit to Stoikov as well. He did so much work in that fight as well. Just the Yours coming out to help them survive through the silence. Just 2 sleight of fists, along with just being in the middle of everybody, getting off a ton of damage. As they'll go once again for the Tormentor. Shani and Jim will be able to take that one down and get their Snapfire. A nice fiery cookie now. You'll immediately use to farm some ancients. God damn it, this way don't give you support shards.
Ah, it's just one camp.
No.
Ping's coming out from Secret Swamp.
Greedy. Unforgivable.
I'm sure they'd love a shard to come out here for the Rubik now, so you should be able to find that for free. And Boom takes it.
Alright, Beastmaster shard. Gonna get some dive bombing hawks in this game.
Yeah.
Cool.
Bombing Hawks up. Lower cooldown now as well with the Octarine up, so more uptime on your roar, which means more uptime on just having a blast of max stack drums going off, which is always nice to see as well. And I think for Secret, they just have one last Rax to go for. They just have to stay connected, because that was a little bit more split up. They weren't fully reset. Crystallis did get controlled up as well. Just getting rooted in his place, couldn't get the Sunder off, couldn't reach out. You hit some key timings for Ivy, they've got the normal punch on hand. So more output, more control. Great follow-up from the Blink here for Ade. Just getting those Terrorblade illusions, if they're not cleared out, it's massive.
Yeah.
That's their way back in.
It definitely is, yeah. Those that's the biggest kind of aspect here. If there's late game Darkseer, he's got the normal punch as well, so there is a strong possibility that he can just turn the Terrorblade against them. But again, pretty difficult for him to just run into a fight and punch Terrorblade in the face. Might die for that, but at the same time, with a Blink Dagger, may well just be worth it. Look at Ivy. They're going for it right now. Looking for a target. They're going to find Yamich. Yamich from 4-staff away. Going to at least dodge out the stun. Now turns around with a pretty nice vacuum into a Centaur stun. That was just a random Centaur which helped them out there. Yamich does still die. Crystallis looking for the target. Pop in the BKB. Pop in the Metamorphosis, but not really finding a target. Global Science coming down from the Sansa as they look to isolate a target in the backline. But the Ember Spirit's absolutely fine. Stoikov is playing with them. Secret getting a little bit baited here. They've used a lot of ultimate abilities and to not really much intent.
Cool.
Stoikov? Okay, he finally bit off a bit more than he could chew. He is feeling himself a little bit too hard there in the end, I think.
Yeah, I'm wondering what he was trying to do. Is he trying to use the gate? Looked like he might have been trying to channel. Gets interrupted and just dies, so... It's a lot of ults out from Secret, but they still find themselves a big kill. You still have a window of opportunity here for Ivy, so it's not the worst thing in the world. They can still play high ground defense. They know Metamorphosis is going to be down soon on Crystallis. He's not going to be keen on fighting onto the high ground. But have to be a bit cautious about going that far. That was, again, a very split up fight from Secret. Different targets they were prioritizing there.
Yeah. They need to be on the same page, that's for sure. It is kind of hard though. I kind of feel like something like a Hex or something would be very, very important. Just stop this Ember Spirit just being able to use its way out of every single fight. It's getting a bit ridiculous.
Yeah. He is getting way too much work done with his Yules and BKB. Like, it's mainly defensive items right now in Stoikov. But it's more than enough for you to stay alive and do what you have to do for your team here. Next Roche still a ways off as well for Secret to kind of sit and wait for. But they are getting more damage out from Crystallis. He is going for the Daedalus. He has his full Swift Blink. Terrorblade is just looking pretty terrifying at this point now as well. And for the side of Ivy, I mean, your Answer and Drow is pretty good against Terrorblade. You pierce through his natural armor, so he does feel squishy. You've got the Lincolns to protect Sani now, which is big.
Yep.
If he manages to finish the Silver Edge, I think you've got a decent shot of always getting good position out for your Drow here.
Very tense game somehow. You know, we all thought Ivy were out of it, but the last few fights, it has kind of gone their way. Last one, you know, yeah, their Ember died, but I mean, they slowed Secret down so much. For me, I'm kind of looking at the next Roshan. You know, where if you're in the position for Secret where you're pretty far ahead, but you're just unable to kind of get that last kind of clinching moment, then that's when Roshan really comes into its own. But I have a feeling that Ivy are going to have something in store for them. Whether that be before the Roshan spawns, or maybe trying to meet them at the pit. I don't think they're going to let this one go for free. Although, Jim does get caught by the Hawk, dive bombs in, and down goes old Jimmy Bobs.
Yeah, I think the Roche fight is a little bit scary for Secret. There's so much you can play with now in Ivy. Just the blink back wall with Kisses on top. The output Drow can get with the multi-shot on the Glacier. onto that position as well, if the positioning is right here for Zani. There's a lot you can do. Killing off the Snapfire, though, does open a push opportunity for the side of Secret. And Exorcism doesn't quite last long enough, though. Not going to be able to just jump in and try to clean up. But they are just shoving in every wave, ensuring that Ivy can't sneak out. And it's a minute spawn timer on Roshan, a minute 20. It's not the quickest.
Yeah.
If they find a pick off in that time and just go Roshan, again, it's safe for Secret. Same thing goes for Ivy, though. They somehow find some punishment, they could gun for it themselves.
Yeah, that's definitely slightly trickier. As they sit right under the Hawk, but they will be able to kill it off. They also have 2 lanes to deal with as well, don't forget. So getting out of the map and getting right the way down those lanes to Roshan is going to be much, much harder than previously thought. It's not like Roshan used to be, where he's pretty close to both heroes' fountains. At least comparatively to how it is now. It's a long walk down that lane to the Roche pit.
Yep. A little bit more distance to have to clear. And Ivy, and they're just playing as a unit now. They're not splitting up too hard. They'll try to hunt here.
Yeah, I mean, if they can find a kill before this Roshan, that'd be absolutely huge. Stoikov is the one searching, trying to find a big target. I mean, ideally they want Puppy. Puppy is very, very important, and both support showing themselves now. The lift actually comes down in preparation for this. Ade won't get a chance to use anything. The Darkseer is going to go down, didn't get a chance to pop that Guardian's Greave and keep himself alive. Cube on the run as well, but he's used all his leap charges. He's out of leaps, he's out of lives, and he's going to drop the gem on the deck as well.
What's big? Secret? They've got a courier? No. Alright, gems left for now, but they've got DD to compensate for Crystallis. Roshan is up. They did want to take it.
Did Puppy do it?
For now, and again, just taking cover.
Did he silence someone with the glaives? Is that what happened to the Marauder in the end? I don't know, but he's got a ton of in at the moment. Thank you, Shard.
Yeah, I mean, he's just around. He's around in the area for a lot of these fights. He's just dropping the curses, getting a couple of right clicks off.
What's the
He's
point?
got that presence, and with the XO up, he can just melt it.
Can Silencer steal intelligence of Ogre Magi anymore? Since Ogre Magi has literally
No.
He can't do it?
No.
Hard counted. Holy moly. Drow?
Yeah.
Trying to stay on this high ground here, using that Glacier. Looks very, very cool. Oh my god, the damage in the middle of the fight. Puppy just gets taken down immediately. Chrysalis as well. He loses his life. It's too much for Secret to handle. The combo is huge from the side of Ivy. They leave the Darkseer unchecked and they pay the price. My goodness. What the hell just happened?
And they melted.
They
The
certainly
backline
did.
just gets ripped apart. And the vac wall's there. You're not able to pop your BKBs here, especially on Boom. He popped it way too late while the kisses were flying through. The magical damage is just overwhelming. And now the Roshan's open for Ivy. They can try to regain some map control off the back of this. They're getting a lot of farm out here on Zani.
So what's the replay
Does have
here? I mean,
free
just
Axe
watch the
Blessing as
backline. They
well.
land the stun. I mean, that is key. Landing a stun onto the
Yeah.
silencers, being able to bring him down so fast, and then the vacuum out. Look at those illusions, just going to work, shredding the entirety of Team Secret. I mean, they went high ground before going for Roshan. It's pretty question markable. I'm gonna say it. I don't know they needed to do that. You know, this happened earlier. It happened again. Not respecting the Darkseer high ground defense whatsoever. All the Ender Spirit is also going to do a ton of damage in these fights, and now they have an Ag Scepter on the Drow. This is getting worrying.
The Hypothermia is going to do a lot in the middle of these fights. And again, the Drow is a good foil to the Terrorblade. You have to clear that backline. You have to clear out Zani. Take him out of the fight if you want Crystallis to feel safe with his BKB. They also took that fight while BKBs were down on Crystallis, and I believe even on Armel. Only Boom had his, and he popped it to die at the end.
Yeah,
So
that's
just really optimistic from Secret. And again, just not expecting the output of that ideal team fight from Ivy in these tight corners. And that chain stun you get with a vac wall into a cookie, it's huge.
yeah, it's massive. You need to respect this high ground defense much more than that. I'm just surprised. I'm very, very surprised. You know, Secret, the number one thing about this team has always been discipline, but that was not discipline. So I'm sure there'll be some conversations going on right now. I'm sure there'll be some questions being asked, just like, yeah, okay, maybe we should stop feeling ourselves so much, you know. And you can kind of see how it can happen, right? You know, they're getting excited, right? This win it means they're secured Division 1, right? They're back in the big leagues, you know, it's where they feel like they belong, and I would agree with that. But, you know, you can't make mistakes like that, even if you are starting to look at the future or something like that. I don't know exactly what's going on in the secret camp, but feels like the concentration did drop for just a minute there, and, you know, this is EU. Might be Division 2, but it's still EU. It's very fiercely competitive. You don't get away with any sort of underestimation of your opponents.
Yeah, just a little bit, maybe a little bit too much looking down with blinders on. Just kind of hyper-focused and just ending the game. And I'm getting punished. Ivy now, with the Aegis up, with a Hypertomia running. And they've got an opportunity to play. They drag the lead down to 6k for Secret. And the win chance now, 73%. Still Secret's way, but it's crashed quite a fair bit.
Yeah, still very in their favor, though. More than so than I maybe would have expected, but... I mean, from team versus team, you know, I expect it to be around that much, but I don't think Dota Plus takes into account the puppy factor. And here they go. They just want the last barrack. They just want to get the Megas and out. All right, easy plan. Get the Megas, get yourselves out of there, and yeah, Ivy, it was their turn to slack a little bit.
Crystallis melts from a couple of right foots coming out here from Zani.
Yeah, he does, but at the same time doesn't really need to do a whole lot now as the silence comes through just before the cookie lands. They're actually going to turn everything onto Ember Spirit. Ember Spirit getting very low. He's going to die. But Jim Panseno from the high ground throwing out the cookies. Not going to get a whole lot done. They're still chasing here onto Secret. Ade's going to come in. Goes for the normal punch to try and bring down the Beastmaster, but the illusion doesn't live. Oh, the Sunder doesn't really do anything actually to the Beastmaster, and he's going to go down regardless. Ade with the tips as well. They're feeling it, Ivy, at the moment, but they did just get negged, so I don't think they're going to be crying too much about this one, Secret.
Yeah, at the same time, these are two heroes with no buybacks in Secret. Defense just feels a lot harder without that Beastmaster around for the drums in the middle of these fights to help clear out some of those illusions that you can get with a normal punch, with a wall when it's back up.
What damage can they do here, John? That's a question. Look at their creep waves. Look at their... like, Ivy have nothing.
You have nothing. It's
Alright,
it's unfortunate.
So let's go.
Can't manifest. Yeah, Tormentor. Who gets the shard? Does everyone have a shard? No, everyone doesn't have a shard. Alright.
It's a slowing trail. The fart.
Yeah, the farts. That's an act. That is a funny fart. I always forget he has that. And the slow is pretty significant. So you can kind of just slow down everyone if you run forward and run in a zigzag pattern. Pretty much guaranteed to be held back at least. Or if you're being chased, you have some defense coming through. In Secret, their lead's pretty much gone. This is the first time I've seen quite the comeback. Again, off the back of some really well executed fights, Ivy, despite being up against Megas, are back in the game. Like Secret, they have to gun for the Ancient.
I mean, closing it out is kind of hard. Do you think we're going to see this net worth lead come back from Secret though?
Just by creeps, probably not. They need kills.
Okay.
If they start to find the kills, then sure, it can feel a little bit better.
Well,
JMV.
Boom's looking for one. Yeah, JMV. Ooh, he's going to escape. No detection.
Has been killed.
There's a fight breaking out right now, actually. Cube's going to be the one taken down, and now in comes the wall, in comes the vacuum. Crystallis, though, he's trying to ignore it, but it's so much damage coming through from his own illusions. He's kind of living on a timer right now, trying to fight up into this, but he does kill off his own illusions, so he will be able to keep alive for the time being. But look at this Ender Spirit blasting into the middle. Beautiful cookie onto two. They'll take them both down. Jim Pansano claims them both. I'll move across towards Boom as well, but he's got the BKB to try and get himself away, so he is out. Jesus. This is every single fight for the past like 3 or 4 fights. They've all been going Ivy's way, despite the fact that they've been negged.
Yeah, they've just been able to find these angles. Secret. I mean, it's harder for them to take these team fights when you have so much AoE control coming out from the side of Ivy. You have the kisses that are just scaling really well in damage with the talent spikes, even the level 25 talent once that's up and running. The additional kisses will just knock you down. I think you're having a hard time just surviving through. You don't have anything like, say, a pipe up, so the magical damage is always relevant. And it's really difficult for them to reach into the drow. With a Hurricane Pike up, Sani's just been able to bail out so many times now. And Secret, this is a rough position to be in. I don't think you're happy with a 1k lead. You've bled out way too much from the last few fights. And kills are everything, and they've just not been finding the big kills they need in the past few engagements here.
Yeah, but at the same time, you know, they take these fights on Ivy, and yet they can get nothing on the map. No objectives, no real damage. That's kind of feeling a little bit bad, but yeah, plateauing, taking down Secret a few pegs. It's, I don't know. Do you believe in the Mega Creep comeback, John?
I believe they can if they just keep taking these fights. It is a possibility.
Yeah.
The Mega Creeps are pretty hard to kind of equalize your lane. They find a tier 2. The issue is it's like after every fight you take one objective and you reset. Right, so it's like a prolonged war of attrition for Ivy, which, you know, as long as they keep taking fights, I mean, you're not out of it. For Secret, how can they itemize to kind of fix this? They've been saving up for something like a Hex and Armel. He switches out to the Refresh instead. Like, you want something hard to lock in. That you want to be able to jump Zanny. Really, just burst down to Drow. She's your big issue. Terrorblade Illusions are annoying as well. I think you have to have faith that Boom can kind of try and use the drums to melt them with his magic damage, although he can't sustain as well. You know, you don't have spell lifesteal on hand. This is where I'd say you might actually consider, I don't know, it sounds silly, but like a Bloodstone on Boom. Just have some spell lifesteal on hand and try to sustain yourself through. It's actually significant on Beastmaster up against illusions, but those illusions hit too hard. Just because Crystallis hits way too hard himself.
And guess what? At 500 gold, there's going to be another wall coming up. Ade, he's getting very, very close to the Refresher Orb. Of course, that recipe is so expensive now. He's got the double cornucopias. Is it cornucopium, though? Can they actually turn this game around? I mean, they kind of have already, but when it comes to actually, like, ending it, yeah, as you say, it's all about where will they find the fights. I mean, do you think Secret are going to try for the high ground again anytime soon, or will they just wait for Roshan, go for that? And if they do go for Roshan, will Ivy contest?
Ivy can contest. This is where their lineup shines. Any choke point is a place where this kind of team lineup does excel at. They just need to find that opportunity for themselves. Side of Secret have to be very careful in taking any sort of clump up here. They're chasing down Coop.
Very
Don't
close.
even manage to land the multi-shot. So let's bail out.
Yeah.
2-minute Roche respawn timer as well. A little bit on the longer side. It's a little bit more time to wait out here.
Well, Ade's farm has slowed down quite a bit. And Roche, as you say, 2.5 minutes, sorry, 1.5 minutes, so you're going to have to wait around a little bit for that one. And yeah, it's kind of awkward for Ivy, right? Because they've got these mega creeps, it's actually really difficult for them to go and contest Roshan if they don't know the exact timing and they don't have vision on the area which is happening, which they kind of don't at the moment. I'm not sure how they do this, because you can't stay out of your base for a prolonged period of time. So staying around the Roche area and contesting it and setting up defensively in that part of the map is just not an option, because your lanes just can't handle that absence of you.
Gotta equalize. I'll have to. Just be patient. A refresh fully up on Ade, so double wall, double vac. Massive for him in the middle of these engagements. Oh.
Jim, he has got himself this Guardian Greaves, but he wants to try and save it here. Make the most out of it as possible. Yeah, Ivy, this is looking like it could be an awkward one. The Global Silence comes down, and Darkseer is silenced up on the sidelines here, and Armel's on top of him as well. I mean, that's who you need to be looking at here. Ade is a prime target. He also doesn't have buyback to the eye, able to bring him down, but they'll throw everything onto the Drow, but she gets off the Glacier. Is it going to make a difference, though? They can't do anything to save the Drow.
Oh.
Drow is gone. Buyback available, though. Ade still keeping his way outside of this, as in the backline, Stoikov just trying to run down Puppy, and he's going to be able to do exactly that. Puppy will fall. Meanwhile, on the base, Johnny's just had to come back in, buy back to try and defend it from those creeps which are currently flooding on in. And Chrysalis looking for Stoikov. Stoikov with the BKB. They're able to get himself Remnant away. TP out. Is there anything to cancel? No, there is not. He gets himself to safety. But during all of this, Roshan has respawned and is currently waiting down on the Radiant side of the map, holding an Aghanim Scepter.
He could will gun for it.
Wait.
With the Megas, as you mentioned, it's so hard for them to push out.
Yeah, ID, they started heading up top and then they realized, oh crap, it's daytime now. And then they started running down to bottom, but they scanned it, but it's too little, too late. The Aegis and the Aghanims and the Cheese all gonna go the way of Secret. Who gets the Ags?
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Armel does pick it up.
Alright.
So, wonder if they leave it on him if he passes it on. I think Yamich with Nags would actually be massive. Lots of good spells to steal to simplify these fights for Secret.
Yeah, that'd be sick. I think that's the
hangs
best
onto
target.
it for now. It's just in his backpack as well. Armel's not even using it. Maybe
Yeah.
they want it on Puppy? AoE last word?
Don't see that being particularly valuable, but I could be wrong.
I don't either. Like, you're a ways off from the last word muting. So,
Let's give it to Yanich. Come on. Let's get some Rubik Waves. He's about to get himself a Octarine as well, so he's feeling it right now. He's ready to play some Dota. Give my mans an Ags. Let's see what he can do. Because that's kind of what you need.
it's a
right?
freebie
Like,
one anyway.
Ivy have kind of broken the game at this point. Like with this team fight they have, it just feels like it's unplayable. So they need to find something to break the game by themselves. And I think an Aghanim's Rubik is more likely to do that than an Aghanim Silencer.
Yeah, it definitely is. Just having all those big spells, maybe having an opportunity to take the back wall, or at least the wall, trying to throwing someone back in with more spells on top. It's always good. Let's see. Secret. I'm so curious that Armel's just holding on to it. It bothers me.
Yeah, I'm really
Use it, Armel. Use it or
I'm
give it
trying to
away.
hold myself back. I'm like,
Armel, come on.
come on. It's an Aghanim Scepter. It's a lot of gold. Would you hold a 4,200 gold item in your backpack? I don't think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
They haven't forgotten about it, right? Maybe he's like doing like a friendship test, you know? It's like, which of you likes me the most? What's my favorite flavor of ice cream?
Pass it to Yamich? No?
Nope.
Okay.
No, it's just a backpack. Alright. I think we're just gonna have to accept this, John. No one's passed the friendship test. Armel says, nope, I'm keeping it.
Oh, okay. No,
Alright,
it's
it goes to
puppies.
Puppy.
It's puppies. Right. AoE last word. Again,
Amazing.
probably not my best bet for that. If you had your 25, I would say yes. At this point, probably not, but maybe they make use of it.
Yeah, it's a long way off 25 as well, so it's not even like it's in preparation, but let's see what they can pull off here. They're smoked up, they're ready to go. They have an Aegis still on their Terrorblade. No refresher on TP still, though. They would have really liked that refresher shot, to be honest. In they go. Yanich, lift up onto the Ember Spirit. They try to go in with the Fear, but it doesn't quite connect. So the Ember Spirit is going to be able to survive for the time being. Doesn't want to use his BKB too early here. And knows that if Secret connect to him, then he's got a whole team behind him ready to go. So poking and prodding is just that for the time being. No one wants to make the first move. Hard committing would be rough. And look at Yamich here. This guy's crazy. He's just blinking in and trying to find targets. Very, very confident. Now they go hard. They go for the roll. But I guess Lotus Storm Bob. Boom's going to be the one that goes down instead. And the Ender Spirit will fall. He's got the buyback available, though. Both of them do. As Johnny chases forward, looking for a target. Ade drops. Is that Ade's wall? Was that Rubik wall? Yeah, I think it was. One is Ade's and one is Rubik's. Okay. Figure it out, guys. Don't worry. As the TD Illusions are fighting it off with each other, but Cube's got to get back. Got to deal with these catapults. Can't let the base fall to creeps. Very, very important. Even the Illusions trying to get in and do some damage to the Ancient as well.
Yeah. And they hold up. They hold up on the side of Ivy.
Yeah.
So despite losing the Ember, once Boom's down, it just doesn't feel safe. They had no way of jumping the Drow at that point. They kind of threw everything they had onto the Ember first. So no answer for Sonny once again in that fight. And play it safe again. Okay, this is how you end up with these very long matches. Just ending the game. And against this specific lineup, it is really, really tough. So I don't fault the side of Secret. Ivy, I mean, see, that kind of fight doesn't give you enough space to try to push. So you're gonna need an actual 2-3 hero kill go into the high ground. Maybe just, again, gun for the wipe. Leave the supports, and that's your opportunity to maybe at least take one set of racks. Have one lane that can equalize a little bit better.
Yeah, just getting out the base is so hard. That's the issue. They're stuck in their homes. As once again, Tormentor might as well just kill that one off. Everyone's got a shard though, so it's just going to give them a little bit of gold and a little bit of XP.
Yeah, you don't mind that too much. Just get more flowing your way. Get those items that you want to kind of farm up. What else are you waiting for anyway? Boom's going for an Aeon Disc. It's just a little bit more protection in the middle of these fights. Aegis does expire. You've got the Refresher ready for Chrysalis, so double BKB, double meta is going to be useful here. But the big thing is still catching Sonny out. Gotta jump that Drow. If you don't, well, then this fight does feel... It feels impossible. Like, it's the Drow and the Darkseer. I'd argue Drow probably higher priority.
Two of them, right? Like, you don't even get to just jump on one, as the Darkseer does get used by the Rubik once again. Still just trying to find themselves a target, trying to catch someone out with the Terror Wave. Terrifying ability. And there's that AoE last word going to work. Alright, Secret. They got the creep shoving in once again, just going from lane to lane to lane, increasing the pressure. Just getting the more to deal with. Another roll comes through onto the Snapfire. It's an easy target, but they're going to bring it down. Immediate buyback coming out from Jim Tento. Meanwhile, Stokov looking to get stuck in on this one, finding her jump forward onto Chrysalis. A refresher coming out from Boom, so he does have the chance of another roll, but the Yours comes out from the Ember Spirit just in time, and now the Sleight of Fist as well. He's keeping himself alive. Meanwhile, Puppy's just been taken down to the backlines. They're trying to get the roll coming out onto the Ember Spirit, but they don't have the damage to try and bring him down. The Invis is there. Jim Tento from the sidelines keeps him alive. This is crazy right now, and they're going to try and bring down a Terrorblade yet again. He doesn't have the thunder, but he does have the damage to bring down the Ember, but it doesn't make a blind bit of difference. He's still going to drop. Secret trying to hold the line here. What can they do? Stokov comes back in once again, looking for Puppy, looking for anybody, trying to close the gap onto Sansa. Sansa though, he is dead. A buyback comes out from the Terrorblade. They're committing hard to this fight on the side of Secret. They've got two heroes dead without buyback at the moment. Who can they find? Boom, he's taking heavy hits right now as Chrysalis comes in to try and back him up, takes down Ade on the Darkseer. Darkseer has the buyback though. They have way more heroes on the side of Ivy. I'm not sure Secret can actually do this right now, and they make the call to back themselves away as well. So it's a big commitment. A lot of buybacks forced. Overall, it's got to be said that Ivy won the fight, but again, what can they get done? That is always going to be the question in this game.
Not much. They really can't do much with that kind of fight coming out here. Again, the lane equilibrium's not their way. Up against Megas, it just feels painful. You don't have a Roshan to go for. We're even at the 60-minute mark, and even bloody notice just because it's been so back and forth. So tier 5 neutrals are starting to come in. I'm wondering what everyone's going to be picking up. This is where things can get extra spicy. What do we have? Apex coming out here for Chrysalis. I wish we could see their choices. That's the one thing, right? Like, you can't see what choices they've had.
Yeah, it's that definitely needs to be changed, because I would like to see what people have turned down. Alright, here come the tier 5s. So,
oh man, Force Boots for Drow in this kind of game?
Yeah, that's sick. That's so sick. She got rid of her boots a long time ago, so it's kind of like, hello old friend. Welcome back into my inventory. I remember what it is to be fast.
Man, it's kind of sickening. Just having your own Hurricane Pike, having a Force Boots as well. So much security for Sonny.
Yeah.
So the reach issue extends here for the side of Secret. I'm wondering if it's actually feasible for them to just go on a Nullifier on someone. Break the Lincoln's Roar, nullify them, and just kill off Sonny that way. It feels like that has to be the play. Like, nullify Sonny or nullify Ade. Or both of them. You can somehow get that done.
Yeah. Meanwhile, we have the Apex coming out for the Terrorblade as well, so that's going to give him all the extra stats he needs. What else we got? Fallen Sky coming through for Boom on the Beastmaster. Gives him a new form of initiation. Meanwhile, 3 Force Boots now. The Drow has Force Boots. The Darkseer has Force Boots. The Ember Spirit has Force Boots. I mean, the boots are just so good. 4 Force Boots. Armel gets them as well. I mean, the ability to just get rid of your own boots is pretty insane. Yamich, though, based Giga Chad Yamich is going to grab the Book of the Dead. He knows what's up. He knows what's going to win this game.
God.
Dude, imagine if they all just went Book of the Dead. That would be so funny.
That would have been hilarious. The library strat for free.
Can you
Would have
imagine?
been something to bear witness to. I would have
Yeah.
loved to see it.
You just look them in a lane and it's just like, oh no, they're coming.
Yeah,
What can
that
we
could actually
do?
just end the game.
That could
to
end
be
the game.
fair. I
It
think
actually could have done if
that-
it's...
that might have been the play.
That might have been it. Token bug? Ruh-roh.
Oh,
What's a token bug?
bug. Like they can't choose what? Oh yeah, okay. The tier 5 token on JMV is bugged. He can't receive his token. Yeah,
It's
it's
on his
courier
courier.
food back. It's it's because he doesn't have a slot left in his backpack.
Oh
So
yeah,
he
it doesn't
can't
go
pick
into
it up.
inventory, yeah.
No.
It's not a... Okay, that's embarrassing.
Okay, there you go. That's how you do it. Yeah, there you go, JMV.
Well called, John. Yeah, well, it's fine. It's fine. It's a tense game. You know, it's a long time.
Yeah, maybe it was bugged. Maybe it was bugged.
I'm
I
sure
wouldn't
it
know.
was. Yeah.
Maybe he tried it. Yeah. So there you go. I wonder what he takes. Use it, JMV.
Oh, actually,
Get away
no.
from the telescope.
Maybe he actually can't put it into his inventory. Maybe it's... Oh no, he can. He can. It's a
oh,
CS
wait.
time.
Oh,
All right, we're all
okay.
good. We're all good.
All right.
Nothing's crazy
Fair,
going
fair,
on.
fair.
Everybody calm down.
Yeah, a little bit more range, always useful. The ability to scout out as well is the big one. So now you can check for the Roche, you can contest the Roche, and the Roche is up. So you could actually try to make a play happen off the back of this. And Secret are in a very perilous spot with all the buybacks they committed. A lot more committed out from them in comparison to the commitment from Ivy.
Yep.
So no one but Sonny and Coop have buybacks, so... It's a scary time in the game if anyone dies here.
And the last one to be picked up, the last tier 5 item to be grabbed is going to be Puppies. What's he going to trade in his Ninja Gear for? I mean, honestly, Ninja Gear is still really, really good for Puppy, but...
Nothing. I mean, he's not even getting the token out.
No, I'm guessing... do you reckon that's the bug they're talking about? The courier's
Ah,
just
no,
sitting in the
he-
freezer.
I think he's just waiting, perhaps. His inventory is like full.
Yeah.
And he's just... Okay, he didn't let his courier go through the...
Oh, he didn't
Gate
get
as
through.
well.
I mean, people might not know about that. It's not exactly a...
That's fair.
This is like the one circumstance where it's useful.
Okay. Surely this ad goes to Rubik now.
Give my boy
If-
an Agadins.
Surely
Please.
Koziyamich.
If it goes to Armel,
Armel, right?
I will... If it goes into Armel's backpack, I'm gonna cry.
No, it's...
Alright, it goes to Armel.
Okay, it's actually Armel. It's alright.
I'm doing
Okay, it's fine. More damage, some slow. I would have preferred a Rubik, honestly, at this point. It feels like you are lacking just this turn potential. Just take their team fight, make it your own. You know, and that's how you dance around this whole issue.
Yeah. Break the game. That's what we want to see.
Well, Puppy took a serious one himself, and for some reason he left his ninja gear.
On the floor. Alright.
Yeah, he picked it up now.
There's a lotus.
He left a
oh,
lotus
the
now, though.
lotuses have
There you
little,
go.
have a little floor. Look at
Yeah.
That's so
I
pretty.
mean, it's the same. I think it's the same item you see in the pool, so it makes sense. They are pretty.
Yeah. Still, it looks prettier on the
Yes.
floor.
Pretty
But it's
tasty.
gonna die because it doesn't have any water. It looks pretty. It peaks and then it dies.
Yeah.
It's like
The
crashing the car
ephemeralness
on
of
prom
life.
night.
Radiant's ancient is under attack.
Crashing a car on prom night?
Yeah,
It's pretty. It's a pretty
well,
sight.
it's like a like a stupid
Sounds like a pop punk punk
yeah,
rock
like
song.
the Smiths or something. Yeah, if a double
Yeah.
decker bus.
Oh
Sorry.
yes.
My singing's really good. It will get us DMCA'd. I'll try not to do it. They better get stunned up. This is a huge target to
That's
bring
a good
down
one.
straight away, and he does not have buyback, so straight in onto the Darks here. Now they look towards Jim Vincento as well. Jim Vincento also doesn't have buyback. Two massive pickoffs here. How can they take this fight without the Darks here is the question, and the answer might be that they can't. And the Spirit trying to fight up into this one, still playing around them. This Yule Scepter has just had so much value, even to the 65th minute of the game, but we maybe reach the end drought. What can you really do, as the answer is not a whole lot. Get killed off by the Beastmaster, by the Death Prophet. And Ember, he's still playing. He's going for the TP. And
Boom?
is he actually making
What?
it out? What? And Boom dies as well. Are you joking? How did Ivy do this? This is insane.
Why did everyone pull back from Secret? They got
They
all
were
those
looking at-
kills.
They were looking at Stoikov, who was just TPing away on like 5
Okay.
HP in the back, but... Yeah.
If he had backup, if he had someone to break that link, he could have gone gotten dieback and Sani. You don't manage to get it.
Wow,
Instead, it's Boom who's dead for a while. And
they're not trying to
in
end
the game.
it here. I'm kind of
I was
stunned.
surprised. Like, Armel was right deep in the middle, refreshed, had the EXO up.
Drought just finding the Rubik here. Rubik, oh, is it going to be enough damage for him? Well, he's actually just going to leave it for Stoikov to finish up. Now it's towards Puppy. Puppy,
Oh
he's got
my
the Aegis,
God.
but I mean, I don't think he's going to live through the second life, John. Call me negative, but I'll take the bounty as well. No respect being shown to the captain here, Pervice.
No buybacks.
Damn, the Pervice almost saved him. So close.
What happened? Secret. They saw Armel maybe diving a bit too far, but he did get that kill in the drow. And then forced a buyback, but everyone else was too far behind, playing tag with Stoikov.
Radiant's ancient
And if they just grouped around the DP, I mean, they had the EXO, they could have just went for the buildings. Maybe kite around Sani as best as they can. Instead, they're in this really awkward situation. Divine up on Sani.
Hero, let's go. Oh my god, this game has it all. This game has it all. 67 minutes in.
This is a mess. Like, this is really good plays from Ivy, to be fair, but that last fight was kind of messed up. Not gonna lie, that was so strange. Like, Armel's going ham, man. He's up front, he's got EXO, he's getting killed in Drow, he's right next to the Ancient. He has a creep wave coming in mid. But they're just not together, and they find a perfect opening. Ivy just rallied back with the buybacks, I mean, with the output in Drow. You have no solution. And so, Secret, this is do or die. If they actually lose the next fight, if Sani, it's not even lose, if Sani survives and finds a good position in these engagements, you cannot deal with Drow with Divine.
Yeah, you have to get on top of this hero. There are just two targets for the backlines which you must find, and I think Armel has been acutely aware of this entire time. Another hero's just been trying to chase his Ember Spirit around the fight, so he's been very, very annoying. You can't really let him live because he's just going to chase Puppy around and make his life a misery, but at some point you have to just cut him loose almost.
top tower
Oh,
is under
wait,
attack.
wait, John, is it happening?
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Three
That's what
greater
happened.
healing lotuses, one cheese on Puppy.
Oh! Huh?
Why isn't it combining?
Huh? What?
Does it
Why
not-
isn't it combining?
Oh, maybe it doesn't work in actual
In pro games?
pro games.
Yeah, because it's a secret item. Okay.
Yeah.
That's kind of sad.
What is a
Puppy's
secret?
been waiting for this moment.
He's like, guys,
He's
you
been
ready
waiting
for some
for
shit?
this.
Watch this. Oh no, it's like the
Oh my
Unlucky.
god. He had that pocket for so long.
this is a long
He
shot
was
as well.
waiting for this.
What does he do now? Oh wait, it combined.
Oh!
Why did it combine in the courier? What? I'm so confused. Why does it
Huh?
belong to Armel?
Okay.
My confusion
Huh?
is unparalleled, but whatever. What?
Where is it now?
It's in Puppy's courier. Block of cheese. Scrumptious. Try me. Owned by Armel for some reason. I guess that was his cheese, so... Did he realize? I don't... I mean, why would you think that it would combine in your courier? That makes no sense. Nothing about this makes any sense, but nothing about this game makes any sense, so... I guess that checks out. The block of cheese sits in the courier, such as the acronym sat inside the backpack, and looks like it won't get used for this game. And the Necro units coming in, smacking away at that Ancient. Usually illusions are up as well. They need to do something. Ade jumps in. Beautiful wall coming out from him. The global silence in response. Rose there onto the dark seer, holding him steady, but they have to back themselves away. They cannot fight into these illusions. They are just so goddamn strong. Secret backing away, showing respect as a rapier drow coming on forwards. Ade looking for the reinitiation here as they have managed to catch out Q, biting off a bit more than he could do. Ade has to back away as well. The second BKB is just about to end. Meanwhile, inside the base, Cube just trying to deal with all of these creeps coming through. They're Ancient. It's almost died to the creeps at this point. It's really, really undefended. They have got a fortification, so Secret, they can't quite all in it just yet, but it's getting close to that point where a win might be on the cards. But it's so hard. It's so hard.
No, it would make this easier if they saw that block of cheese,
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Puppy, I don't think Puppy realized it combined. He must have sent him home.
No, why would you
And it
think
just
that, though?
combined,
Why-
and they're like-
it makes no sense. There's no logic
No,
here.
I think he just freed up his inventory. Right? Because it was eating up 2 slots in his backpack.
Yeah,
He's
and
like, alright,
"Oh,
I'll
this
send it
doesn't
home.
work," You know?
Yeah, then they just never recognized it, so it's just there.
Yeah.
Someone has to check. Puckhamp, please.
I mean, it's next time Puppy
take a look.
uses his courier, I think. Next time he uses his courier, he's going to be like, wait a fucking minute. What's this?
Yeah, it's like, all right, RML, it's time. It's time to eat that cheese. Get the barrier up.
I have to eat the cheese.
And this courier's coming out. Surely they see this.
All right, the moment of truth. Will their eyes be opened? I love this one from Puppy using the ninja gear in his backpack just to constantly smoke around. Oh, it's in the secret shop. Oh, I'm so teased right now. Come on.
Come on.
Let me cheese.
Puppy, you'll see it. You'll see it. You'll see it, Puppy. Will you eat it, Puppy? You see it,
Oh,
Puppy.
he eats it straight away.
He eats it!
The Chad. No hesitation. Look at his face. Look at his face. There's no emotion on the man. His fight breaks out right now. It's not really anyone getting jumped. I mean, Crystal is just popping everything and just chasing them back at the moment. Global Silence is there as well. They have to defend their ancient. They actually had to fortify as Armel tried to jump in the backlands and go for the sneaky round the back play. And Johnny's going to punish him for it. They kill off Armel for daring to rat. The rat trap snaps shut. Oh my god. Secret. Every single time, every effort they make, and then they go on to Puppy, but they don't know he's got a block of cheese, and now they can turn it around. They'll bring down Stoikov. Buybacks available from both of them. They pop them immediately on the side of Secret. They want to use this opportunity here. What can they do? The Darkseer doesn't actually have another wall available. He's going to try and punch out onto the Chrysalis, and he's just dead. Zani comes up behind him. The Star
Oh my
goes
God.
to the backstab maneuver on the Drow Ranger. Ivy, could it be happening? Wait, their base, it's getting pretty damn low. Ade's going to come across, and they will be able to defend it. Oh my god, it's all hanging in the balance right now. Ivy, they want to get out, they want to do some damage to Secret right now, but is it time? Is it finally time for them to get out of the base and take something on their end? Roshan is up, by the way.
They buy back, they're gonna force a Roche.
Yeah, they want it so bad. Cube nearby. I mean, Ivy should be able to fight. I mean, their base, though, it's constantly flooded with creeps. Every single decision they try and make, it's always just this massive thing on the end of, but their base. It's flooded.
Yeah, they just can't leave. And they're gonna try to run up now. They're running all their heroes down.
Yeah.
Secret forced to back off. They bought back for this. This is scary. If Chrysalis gets caught out again, that's pretty much GG.
It is pretty terrifying. Horde of TDs goes past as the Ember Spirit just piecing out in the backlines, forcing out BKBs though. I mean, this is so valuable. I think they forced Secret back enough to take this Roche. Yes, they have. Aegis. Who's it going to go to? Johnny, you need to clear a spot for all this stuff. That's whoa, that's a lot of damage. Oh my god, the Necronomicons nearly just murked the Drow. And now they jump in. They've been to the pit. This is Darkseer. This is a hero which does have buyback, so Ade, he can afford to go down, but probably doesn't want to, but nevertheless, needs must.
They managed to grab the Ags themselves.
Yeah.
So they've got the free Ags ready for JMV. This simplifies these fights. Gobble up plays to save. Gobble up forward for your Ade to be on top of everyone with a vac wall. This is actually huge. This is Secret. I mean, they bought back to try to force Roche.
Wait,
now they're stuck in this position where they have to fight into 2 lives. They snuck it away. It's just, I think, in the base right now. But the only person with no Ags upgrade is pretty much her Snap. Unless, did JMV eat it and just sold his Ags? I feel like he's had his upgrade for a while. I'm not sure. I swear to goodness JMV didn't have it. And everyone else had it, but I guess he gave it to Stoikov?
Yeah, I think Stoikov has it. Sapphire doesn't have an egg, so...
Yeah, but I swear Stoikov had it a while ago while they were ferrying it back. So
Oh, I see, right.
Curious.
Not sure. Will be a mystery. Which we might
This is
not get
all
an
in
answer
for
to.
Secret. It's all in.
Oh, it really is.
No buybacks.
No fortify though. I mean, there's a possibility they can just run for the Ancient, but they're going to try and go for the quick snap pick off onto the Snapfire instead. That would be their first target here. Surprisingly tanky, but they will bring him down. No buyback available on the Snapfire either as they just pop the Metamorphosis, but he's got to be careful. That wall is going to do so much damage. Chrysalis, he needs a target. He's not going to find it. He's dead. 120 seconds. No buyback on the TB. I'm not sure what the play was there from Secret, but it's all falling apart for them right now. The game, it's hanging in the balance. What can they do? I mean, they can kill off out there again, so no buyback on the Darkseer, but it looks like Yamich might be in some trouble. Stoikov on top of him, taking him down. The Rubik will fall. Boom as well. He's going to be able to get the TP out away from this one. 3 heroes up on the side of Secret, and are you going to say it this time?
It's... man. I don't know what's happening anymore. They can't push up.
What can they do on Ivy? Yeah, that's it. There you go. You found it. Can they push?
They can't push up.
Not really.
It's... I don't know. This game's hurting me. I feel pain. Armel?
Also, shout out to the people who've chosen to watch this game. I mean, I'm sure there's some other event going on right now, but you're getting rewarded for your loyalty, Secret fans. You're being rewarded in spades.
I don't know if this is a reward.
Oh, yeah, actually true. The Secret fans are probably crying.
Actual torture. This is probably closer to torture for the Secret fans out there. This is... Yeah, after a commanding lead, it's turned around. It's 52% Ivy's way. They're actually pushing. Look at that.
Wow. For the first time, they've reached the Secret high ground. I mean, he's positioning like he wants to go for more than just a... Oh my goodness, what is this? Saying hello to Boom inside his fountain. How's it going, buddy? Having fun in there? 25 seconds on the TB. I mean, they're going to have the refortify available, so dare I say it might be close. It might be close to the TB buyback. This Drow, she pushes like an absolute beast. She's got 2 rapiers. They need to do something about this. There's a lot of damage coming through into the trash, trying to focus the Ancient. It's not going to be enough, though.
Oh my god.
Maybe it is, though. She's fighting. She's taking it. The Ancient is low. Drow's dead for the first time.
Oh my god.
Ivy!
What?